Yahoo! Welcome, my beautiful brothers and sisters, fellow radiators of love, to Astro Phoenix, flying into the moment yet again and radiating love as always. And we're going to be talking about the moon in Libra, which is going to be here for the 31st, the duration of tomorrow, June the 1st, for the first part of the day on Tuesday, June the 2nd. The moon in Libra wants cooperation, balance, in many ways security. It wants to relate, but we're doing anything but relating right now, or at least that's what is being presented. I see a lot of people not relating, and I see a lot of people relating. I see a lot of people wanting division, and I see a lot of people wanting cooperation and cohesiveness. What are we going to believe though? I'm on this beach, all colors, races, enjoying the sun, enjoying the waves. It's a lot of pain in the world right now, I get it. This moon in Libra is going to oppose Chiron in Aries. Aries in many ways is about the self. Libra is about, relationships and relating. A lot of people feel like they can't relate to other people because of the pain and the trauma that they're harboring about who they are. Some of these things cannot even be changed, like this, right? But it's not just this. It can be the fact that you're born a male or a female. There's some things that you just simply can't change about who you are or your persona, but yet we are judged for these things. And now that we have this moon in Libra, which wants to emotionally connect to other people, there's this aspect with the opposition that's going to make it difficult, because people are like, but what about my pain? What about my suffering, right? What about this trauma? Can you relate to this? Maybe not exactly. But Libra wants to try and find some sort of common ground. There's beautiful energy with this too, though. It's going to trine over to all this Gemini energy, which is really trying to make sense of what's going on right now and find the truth, but it can be a little difficult, right? Venus was retrograde right now in Gemini. Venus does rule Libra, so we're wanting to relate to other people and relate to the mirrors around us, but since it's a retrograde, this is about, we're looking on the inside here. Relationships are being called into question. All kinds of relationships are being called into question. And there are these thought paradigms that people are performing under that may cause them to do certain things and commit certain actions. And I'm not saying that these actions that people are taking are necessarily wrong. I'm not saying that they're not justified. They simply are, but we still have to acknowledge these actions and look at the underlying frequency and vibration of these things. Fear, separation, distrust, disharmony, hatred. But then you also have the other people that are making other types of demonstrations and actions. Trust, love, harmony, cooperation, responsibility, integrity. There are multiple narratives that are being pushed right now. And you cannot fault people or fault anyone for falling into whatever narrative they're falling into. But at some point, we do have to have some level of personal responsibility and integrity here. It's going to be it's going to be interesting because, like I said, we're getting this opposition. So people who can't really control certain aspects of themselves because they were born with these aspects and their personality and who they are and their character in many ways, Aries, opposing that moon in Libra. They're wanting to cooperate with people, they're wanting to get along with people, but they simply can't because of these sort of illusions that people have. That's difficult. Then of course you have this moon in Libra that's going to be squaring the Capricorn energy. Jupiter is still here, Pluto is still here. So we see this breakdown in our society. We want to move forward, We want to have the vision of a better world, but things are still kind of amiss, broken down. This is a Phoenix rising kind of moment here, guys. We are barely towards this full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. And while yes, we do have the trine over to all the Gemini energy, where the sun is, where Venus is, where the North Node is, we do have that. But of course, we also have the trine over to Saturn, which means that we can actually have a better future, but it's going to require some work and some effort. Saturn is about work and effort and building, so it's not going to be an overnight success. And then of course you have Mercury just slipped into Cancer, that's going to square this moon right off the bat. So then people are going to be communicating from their emotions, from their home, communicating from what really hits close to home for them. They're going to be communicating from that space. And even though they're going to be wanting to relate to people, it's going to be a bit of a challenge with the square with the moon in Libra. They're saying like, I can't relate to this person because they're not empathizing with how I feel. We have an opportunity with this moon in Libra for some major healing. And it's not going to be easy, you know? Medicine isn't designed to taste good. Not all of it, right? Most of it isn't. I believe, and maybe I'm naive, but I believe that we can have a better world where everyone treats each other with kindness and respect and integrity and love. And while it may not happen overnight, I just hope and I pray and I'll do everything in my power to make sure that my children grow up in a world that is more kind. And no matter which way you cut it, yes, there's a lot of hurts and suffering in the world right now. A lot of people feel like they can't even just be who they are, who they were born as. They can't really control it, and they feel like, you know, they can't even be that. But at the same time, the amount of opportunity that's been afforded to everybody during these times, at least more widespread, has been never greater. Everyone, I don't want to say everyone, because I know some people it may be a little bit harder, but for the vast majority of people, there is more opportunity to grow and expand and to get that prosperous, opulent life. It's more afforded to more people now. We have evolved to move forward. But just because we have evolved to move forward doesn't mean that we still don't have work to do. But just because we still have work to do doesn't mean that we cannot acknowledge how far we have come still. Because we have come far. Call me naive, call me a dreamer. I don't give a damn. We have come far. We just still have some ways to go. And that's okay. So let's acknowledge how far we have come. Let's acknowledge how far we have to go. And let's stand hand in hand with our hearts vibrating. And we will get through this. It's your Moon and Libra transit video. I'll see you all later.